وكان الله سميعا عليما إن تبدوا خيرا أو تخفوه أو تعفوا عن سوء فإن الله كان عفوا قديرا إن الذين يكفرون بالله ورسله ويريدون أن يفرقوا بين الله ورسله ويقولون نؤمن ببعض ونكفر ببعض ويريدون أن يفرقوا بين الله ورسله ويقولون نؤمن ببعض ونكفر ببعض ويريدون أن يتخذوا بين ذلك سبيلا أولئك هم الكافرون حقا وأعتدنا للكافرين عذابا مهينا والذين آمنوا بالله ورسله ولم يفرقوا بين أحد منهم أولئك سوف يؤتيهم أجورهم وكان الله غفورا رحيما يسألك أهل الكتاب أن تنزل عليهم كتابا من السماء فقد سألوا موسى أكبر من ذلك فقالوا أرنا الله جهرة فأخذتهم الصاعقة بظلمهم ثم اتخذوا العجل من بعد ما جاءتهم البينات فعفونا عن ذلك وآتينا موسى سلطانا مبينا ورفعنا فوقهم الطور بميثاقهم وقلنا لهم ادخلوا الباب سجدا وقلنا لهم لا تعدوا في السبت وأخذنا منهم ميثاقا غليظا فبما نقضهم ميثاقهم وكفرهم بآيات الله وقتلهم الأنبياء بغير حق وقولهم قلوبنا غلف بل تبع الله عليها بكفرهم فلا يؤمنون إلا قليلا وبكفرهم وقولهم على مريم بهتانا عظيما وقولهم إنا قتلنا المسيح عيسى ابن مريم رسول الله وما قتلوه وما صلبوه ولكن شبه لهم وإن الذين اختلفوا فيه لفي شك منه ما لهم به من علم إلا اتباع الظن وما قتلوه يقينا بل رفعه الله إليه وكان الله عزيزا حكيما وإن من أهل الكتاب إلا ليؤمنن به قبل موته ويوم القيامة يكون عليهم شهيدا فبظلم من الذين هادوا حرمنا عليهم طيبات أحلت لهم فبصدهم عن سبيل الله كثيرا وأخذهم الربا وقد نهوا عنه وأكلهم أموال الناس بالباطل وأعتدنا للكافرين منهم عذابا أليما. لكن الراسخون في العلم منهم والمؤمنون يؤمنون بما أنزل إليك وما أنزل من قبلك والمقيمين الصلاة والمؤتون الزكاة والمؤمنون بالله واليوم الآخر أولئك سنؤتيهم أجرا عظيما. إنا أوحينا إليك كما أوحينا إلى نوح والنبيين من بعده وأوحينا إلى إبراهيم وإسماعيل وإسحاق ويعقوب والأسباط وعيسى وأيوب ويونس وهارون وسليمان وآتينا داود زبورا ورسلا قد قصصناهم عليك من قبل ورسلا لم نقصصهم عليك وكلم الله موسى تكليما. رسلا مبشرين ومنذرين لئلا يكون للناس على الله حجة بعد الرسل وكان رسلا مبشرين ومنذرين لئلا يكون للناس على الله حجة بعد الرسل وكان الله عزيزا حكيما. لكن الله يشهد بما أنزل إليك أنزله بعلمه والملائكة يشهدون وكفى بالله شهيدا. إن الذين كفروا وصدوا عن سبيل الله قد ضلوا ضلالا بعيدا. إن الذين كفروا وظلموا لم يكن الله ليغفر لهم ولا ليهديهم طريقا إلا طريق جهنم خالدين فيها أبدا وكان ذلك على الله يسيرا. يا أيها الناس قد جاءكم الرسول بالحق من ربكم فآمنوا خيرا لكم وإن تكفروا فإن لله ما في السماوات والأرض وكان الله عليما حكيما. يا أهل الكتاب لا تغلوا في دينكم ولا تقولوا على الله إلا الحق إنما المسيح عيسى ابن مريم رسول الله وكلمته ألقاها إلى مريم وروح منه فآمنوا بالله ورسله ولا تقولوا ثلاثة انتهوا خيرا لكم إنما الله إله واحد سبحانه أن يكون له ولد له ما في السماوات وما في الأرض وكفى بالله وكيلا. لن يستنكف المسيح أن يكون عبدا لله ولا الملائكة المقربون ومن يستنكف عن عبادته ويستكبر فسيحشرهم إليه جميعا. فأما الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات فيوفيهم أجورهم ويزيدهم من فضله وأما الذين استنكفوا واستكبروا فيعذبهم عذابا أليما ولا يجدون لهم من دون الله وليا ولا نصيرا. يا أيها الناس قد جاءكم برهان من ربكم وأنزلنا إليكم نورا مبينا فأما الذين آمنوا بالله واعتصموا به فسيدخلهم في رحمة منه وفضل ويهديهم إليه صراطا مستقيما يستفتونك قل الله يفتيكم في الكلالة إن امرأ هلك ليس له ولد وله أخت فلها نصف ما ترك وهو يرثها إن لم يكن لها ولد فإن كانت اثنتين فلهما الثلثان مما ترك وإن كانوا إخوة رجالا نساء فللذكر مثل حظ الأنثيين يبين الله لكم أن تذلوا والله بكل شيء عليم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا أوفوا بالعقود أحلت يا أيها الذين آمنوا أوفوا بالعقود أحلت لكم بهيمة الأنعام إلا ما يتلى عليكم غير محلي الصيد وأنتم حرم إن الله يحكم ما يريد. يا أيها الذين آمنوا لم تحلوا شعائر الله ولا الشهر الحرام ولا الهدى والقلائد ولا آمين البيت الحرام يبتغون فضلا من ربهم ورضوانا وإذا حللتم فاصطادوا ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم أن صدوكم عن المسجد الحرام أن تعتدوا وتعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان واتقوا الله إن الله شديد العقاب. حرمت عليكم الميتة والدم ولحم الخنزير وما أهل لغير الله به والمنخنقة والموقوذة والمتردية والنتيحة وما أكل السبع إلا ما ذكيتم وما ذبح على النصب وأن تستقسموا بالأزلام ذلكم الفسق. اليوم يئس الذين كفروا من دينكم فلا تخشوهم واخشون اليوم أكملت لكم دينكم وأتممت عليكم نعمتي ورضيت لكم الإسلام دينا فمن اضطر في مخمسة غير متجانف لإثم فإن الله غفور رحيم. يسألونك ماذا أحل لهم قل أحل لكم الطيبات وما علمتم من الجوارح مكلبين تعلمونهن مما علمكم الله يسألونك ماذا أحل لهم قل أحل لكم الطيبات وما علمتم من الجوارح مكلبين تعلمون نحن مما علمكم الله فكلوا مما أمسكنا عليكم واذكروا اسم الله عليه واتقوا الله إن الله سريع الحساب آمنا بالله صدق الله العلي العظيم.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. اليوم أحل لكم الطيبات وطعام الذين أوتوا الكتاب حل لكم وطعامكم حل لهم والمحسنات من المؤمنات والمحسنات من الذين أوتوا الكتاب من قبلكم إذا آتيتموهن أجورهن محسنين غير مسافحين ولا متخذي أخضان ومن يكفر بالإيمان فقد حبط عمله وهو في الآخرة من الخاسرين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا إذا قمتم إلى الصلاة فاغسلوا وجوهكم وأيديكم إلى المرافق وامسحوا برؤوسكم وأرجلكم إلى الكعبين وإن كنتم جنبا فطهروا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء فلم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا فامسحوا بوجوهكم وأيديكم منه ما يريد الله ليجعل عليكم من حرج ولكن يريد ليطهركم وليتم نعمته عليكم لعلكم تشكرون. واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم وميثاقه الذي واثقكم به إذ قلتم سمعنا وأطعنا واتقوا الله إن الله عليم بذات الصدور. يا أيها الذين آمنوا كونوا قوامين لله شهداء بالقسط ولا يجرمنكم شنآن قوم على ألا تعدلوا اعدلوا هو أقرب للتقوى واتقوا الله إن الله خبير بما تعملون. وعد الله الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات لهم مغفرة وأجر عظيم. والذين كفروا وكذبوا بآياتنا أولئك أصحاب الجحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ هم قوم أن يبسطوا إليكم أيديهم فكف أيديهم عنكم فكيف أيديهم عنكم واتقوا الله وعلى الله فليتوكل المؤمنون. ولقد أخذ الله ميثاق بني إسرائيل وبعثنا منهم 12 نقيبا وقال الله إني معكم لئن أقمتم الصلاة وآتيتم الزكاة وآمنتم برسلي وعزرتموهم وأقرضتم الله قرضا حسنا لأكفرن عنكم سيئاتكم ولأدخلنكم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار فمن كفر بعد ذلك منكم فقد ضل سواء السبيل. فبما نقضهم ميثاقهم لعناهم وجعلنا قلوبهم قاسية يحرفون الكلم عن مواضعه ونسوا حظا مما ذكروا به ولا تزال تطلع على خائنة منهم إلا قليلا منهم فاعفوا عنهم واصفح إن الله يحب المحسنين. ومن الذين قالوا إنا نصارى أخذنا ميثاقهم فنسوا حظا مما ذكروا به فأغرينا بينهم العداوة والبغضاء إلى يوم القيامة وسوف ينبئهم الله بما كانوا يصنعون. يا أهل الكتاب قد جاءكم رسولنا يبين لكم كثيرا مما كنتم تخفون من الكتاب ويعفو عن كثير قد جاءكم من الله نور وكتاب مبين يهدي به الله من اتبع رضوانه سبل السلام ويخرجهم من الظلمات إلى النور بإذنه ويهديهم إلى صراط مستقيم. لقد كفر الذين قالوا إن الله هو المسيح ابن مريم قل فمن يملك من الله شيئا إن أراد أن يهلك المسيح ابن مريم وأمه ومن في الأرض جميعا ولله ملك السماوات والأرض وما بينهما يخلق ما يشاء والله على كل شيء قدير. وقالت اليهود والنصارى نحن أبناء الله وأحباؤه قل فلم يعذبكم بذنوبكم بل أنتم بشر ممن خلق يغفر لمن يشاء ويعذب من يشاء ولله ملك السماوات والأرض وما بينهما وإليه المصير. يا أهل الكتاب قد جاءكم رسولنا يبين لكم على فترة من الرسل أن تقولوا ما جاءنا من بشير ولا نذير فقد جاءكم بشير ونذير والله على كل شيء قدير. وإذ قال موسى لقومه يا قوم اذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ جعل فيكم أنبياء وجعلكم ملوكا وآتاكم ما لم يؤت أحد من العالمين. يا قوم ادخلوا الأرض المقدسة التي كتب الله لكم ولا ترتدوا على أدباركم فتنقلبوا خاسرين. قالوا يا موسى إن فيها قوما جبارين وإنا لن ندخلها حتى يخرجوا منها فإن يخرجوا منها فإنا داخلون. قال رجلان من الذين يخافون أنعم الله عليهم ادخلوا عليهم الباب فإذا دخلتموه فإنكم غالبون وعلى الله فتوكلوا إن كنتم مؤمنين. قالوا يا موسى إنا لن ندخلها أبدا ما داموا فيها فاذهب أنت وربك فقاتلا إنا هاهنا قاعدون. قال رب إني لا أملك إلا نفسي وأخي فافرق بيننا وبين القوم الفاسقين. قال فإنها محرمة عليهم 40 سنة يتيهون في الأرض فلا تعس على القوم الفاسقين. واتل عليهم نبأ ابن آدم بالحق إذ قربا قربانا فتقبل من أحدهما ولم يتقبل من الآخر قال لأقتلنك قال إنما يتقبل الله من المتقين. لئن بسطت إلي يدك لتقتلني ما أنا بباسط يدي إليك لأقتلك إني أخاف الله رب العالمين. صدق الله العلي العظيم. التماس.
Jazakallah, Brother Saeed. May Allah give you long life and long sehat for terrific recitation and keeping us all in your du'as. Now, I would like to request Sheikh Amin to initiate the program and bless us with his terrific, great knowledge and a terrific Ramadan program. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا أبي القاسم المصطفى محمد وآله الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. عن علي عليه السلام يعمل الأعمال الصالحة وهو على وجل يمسي وهمه الشكر ويصبح وهمه الذكر يبيت حذرا ويصبح فرحا حذرا لما حذر من الغفلة وفرحا بما أصاب من الفضل والرحمة. Continuing with this last part of the khutbah of Muttaqin, where Imam Ali was sharing some of the characteristics and traits of the Muttaqin and what type of people they are, what sets them apart from others. Inshallah, today I'm going to try my best to finish this khutbah. The Imam lists a lot of things one after another. And as you go through all of these characteristics, you can tell that there's a build-up taking place in those who are listening probably. Because us as readers, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years later, for us personally, for myself, when I read it, there is a build-up of, excitement in you as you go through this. You're like, is this possible even? Can someone be like this? Are we talking about angels here? Are we talking about people? What are we talking about? And so you can only imagine how the people that are sitting there listening to Amir al-Mu'mineen say all of this, because they know that this is Amir al-Mu'mineen is one of the embodiments of what he's saying. You can imagine what's going through their minds and their hearts as well. And out of all of them, Hammam, a person who he himself is obsessed about this path to God, who has asked Imam Ali to give this list to him. The Imam, he says, يَعْمَلُ الْأَعْمَالَ الصَّالِحَةِ وَهُوَ عَلَى وَجَلٍ. That this person does good acts and good deeds while he or she has wajal. Wajal means fear, and so I think it's obvious what the Imam means here. They have fear of, am I doing enough? Is it really qurbatan ilallah, and so on. Now, those who are sinners, they won't have to worry about this too much, because when you do sin, you don't have to worry if it's qurbatan ilallah or not. It's not qurbatan ilallah. But the muttaqin who do righteous acts and deeds, they want to be sure that it's being done for Allah and there's no trace of other than Allah in it. Now, it's easier said than done, of course. So they have this fear. وَيُمْسِي وَهَمُّهُ الشُّكْرُ يُمْسِي وَهَمُّهُ الشُّكْرُ وَيُصْبِحُ وَهَمُّهُ الذِّكْرُ. This person enters the night while what matters to him or her is shukr and gratefulness to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And enters the morning, meaning the day starts for them, وَهَمُّهُ الذِّكْرُ. This person, what's important to them is to remember Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Kind of like when you sit down at a table, what do you do in the beginning? You say dhikr, you say Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. And once you're done with your food, you say Alhamdulillah, you get up, right? These people, the beginning of the day and the end of the day, right, are special times for them. Why? Because it's like a tablecloth that Allah has set for them, where He's going to give them His bounties. Of course, they have to go and work hard throughout the day, but at the end of the day, they believe that it is Allah who is blessing them with sustenance. And so they begin their day with remembrance of Allah, with dhikr. That's what's important to them. And at the end of the day, they do thanks thanks of Allah and gratefulness towards Allah as a result of what Allah has sent their way of sustenance. And so that's what matters to them. So shukr at the end of the day, dhikr in the beginning of the day. Some have said what is meant here is that their day and night altogether is dhikr and shukr. So whichever interpretation you take, I think the point is well understood here. يَبِيتُ حَذِرًا وَيُصْبِحُ فَرِحًا. This person, when he sleeps, goes to bed at night. He goes to bed hadiran, careful, worried. وَيُصْبِحُ فَرِحًا, and wakes up in the morning happy. Why? They say, well, the Imam himself explains, but these people, when they're going to bed, they're probably thinking to themselves, what if I made a mistake today? What if I did something wrong today? And so they're going over maybe the things that they have done or something bad that might have come up that they did. So they're going to bed, but they're worried. Farihan, in the morning they wake up though, they're happy. Why? A new opportunity, another opportunity for more obedience and servitude of Allah. حذرا لما حذر من الغفلة وفرحا بما أصاب من الفضل والرحمة. See, the Imam himself explains it here. He says they're worried, right? Or hadir means to be wary of something and to beware of something. So it says they're wary of what? When they're going to sleep, worried over what? That God forbid some ghafla took place in me today. Some heedlessness and carelessness took place today on my part. وَفَرِحًا بِمَا أَصَابَ مِنَ الْفَضْلِ وَالرَّحْمَةِ, and happy because of the opportunity that they're going to have maybe to gain God's bounties and mercy. That's why we have a hadith by Imam Ja'far al-Sadiq alayhi salam, where it says, it's talking about, when a person wants to go to sleep, okay, the day is over, it's time to close your eyes and start a new chapter tomorrow. Every day is like a chapter in our life. And so, to clean up everything and iron out the wrinkles of the day, the hadith says this: Man istaghfar Allah hina ya'wi ila firashihi mi'ata marra tahatat dhunubuhu kama yasqut waraqu shajar. That whoever says astaghfirullah, or whoever asks Allah for forgiveness 100 times when they're going to their bed and sleeping, their sins will fall like the leaves of trees. Yes. إن استصعبت عليه نفسه فيما تكره لم يعطها سؤلها فيما تحب. So our bodies like certain things and dislike certain things. No one likes the treadmill, right? No one likes to go on the treadmill. No one really likes to fast, right? If the rewards of fasting weren't there, if the punishment and kafara for not fasting were not there, the majority, if not all the people, would not fast. The only reason they would fast would probably be to lose weight, and they would probably do intermittent fasting or something like that. No one would not drink water either. You know what I'm saying? Water has 0 calories, unless that's changed too. I don't know, man. It's a crazy world we're in. For now, we're assuming water has 0 calories, all right? So people, they would probably fast maybe in certain ways to lose weight, but like no one would fast the way we fast, right? Because it's not comfortable. It's not easy. And so there are certain things that our body just doesn't like. Okay. Now, it says here that if there's something that their nafs doesn't like, and as a result, the body or doesn't help them out, doesn't cooperate with them, doesn't do that which it doesn't like, meaning cooperate, لم يعطها سؤلها فيما تحب, then they won't give to their body that which their body likes, which is, I don't know, like special food or special comfort, a special bed, special shoes. I'm not gonna get it for you. It's as if like this nafs is a separate entity from them. This is how they deal with their nafs. It's as if it's like a beast that they have to tame somehow. It's interesting. قرة عينه فيما لا يزول وزهادته فيما لا يبقى. This is the culture of Ahlul Bayt, especially a culture that Imam Ali, I would say, teaches us. Look, the apple of the eye of this person, where does it lie? Fima la yazul, in that which does not cease to exist, doesn't end, is eternal. Right? These people out there who are not very practicing sometimes, or not very religious, or not even have a faith, sometimes they will mock the religious. They will mock those who are practicing believers. They will mock those who have religion and so on. Why? Look at these people depriving themselves. Oh, you're fasting. Look at you depriving yourself. And we have this everywhere in all cultures, in all ethnicities. Even in Iran, we'll have this. In Pakistan and India, we'll have this. We'll have it everywhere. In Arab countries, here in America, everywhere we will have it. Some people might even be Muslim, but they're not practicing. Some people who are practicing, but when it comes to certain aspects of the religion, they don't practice. Anyway, even them, lots of times they will keep the respect. But then there are some who will mock the believers, the practicing believers. Oh, look at you fasting. Like, so what, you know? We all might have those certain relatives who might be like that. You never know. Friends who will be like that. Yeah. So there are some who will keep respect, some who will mock. They'll say, look at these people depriving themselves for what? The thing is, if they're depriving themselves, it's not because they don't like pleasure, right? Or they don't like food, or they don't like these things. No, they actually like these things more than you. They're after the eternal version of it. A believer, a practicing believer, is after the eternal version of pleasures. As a matter of fact, religious people are the most pleasure-seeking people out there. And that's why they have fixated themselves on eternal pleasure. And that's what we get out of different lines of Nahj al-Balagha. Imam Ali is pretty clear about this. He says, I'm not interested in blessings that will cease to exist. I want eternity and infinity. That's what I want. You got it for me? I'm interested. If not, goodbye. Here, he words it like this. He says, قُرَّةُ عَيْنِهِ فِيمَا لَا يَزُولُ. This person's apple of the eye lies in that which does not cease to exist. وَزَهَادَتُهُ فِيمَا لَا يَبْقَى. And he's not interested in that which does not persist. يَمْزُجُ الْحِلْمَ بِالْعِلْمِ وَالْقَوْلَ بِالْعَمَلِ. This person mixes hilm with ilm. We talked about this. I think this is the third time Imam Ali is mentioning this notion here of hilm and ilm being together. If you remember yesterday, we said ulama'u or hulama, ulama. Hilm and ilm were mentioned together yesterday. We had it on our first day too, I think. Here also, he says يَمْزُجُ الْحِلْمَ بِالْعِلْمِ. He mixes these two, knowledge and forbearance together. Together, he has. I don't want to go back to the explanations we had before. Al-qawla bil-amal. This person mixes words with action, walks the walk, practices what he or she preaches. Yes. If a person has knowledge but doesn't practice what they preach, they are the worst of the worst, right? In different aspects. Now, it's one aspect of it is interesting. I want to point out. There's a hadith by Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq. He says, "Inna al-alim إذا لم يعمل بعلمه زلت موعظته." A person who's knowledgeable, a scholar, an alim, if they don't practice what they preach, what happens is even their knowledge won't benefit people anymore. Why? زلت موعظته عن القلوب كما يزل المطر عن الصفا. This person's advice to people, when this person preaches people, his preaching, his words will miss the target. The target is the hearts of the people. These words will miss that target, will not sit on the hearts of the people. Yeah? Just like how when it rains, sometimes it rains on soil, sometimes you have rain pouring down on a hard rock. Does water penetrate that stone? No. So there's no point in that water. That water will not benefit that stone. It benefits a soil that can take it in. Here, since you are raining down knowledge, but you're not hitting the target, which is people's hearts, it's not beneficial. That's one aspect of it. Another aspect of it is that you go to Jahannam, everyone else goes to Jannah because you didn't practice what you preached and others did practice what you were preaching them. Yeah, it's a horrible thing. تراه قريبا أمله قليلا زلله خاشعا قلبه قانعة نفسه منزورا أكله سهلا أمره حريزا دينه ميتة شهوته مكتوما غيظه. We have like 10, 15 things here. I don't know how many we have, like 7, 8 things here we need to cover. One after another, the Imam lists these. قريبا أمله. When you see this person, you notice they have hope. They don't have, let's call it high hopes. They don't reach for the stars in a sense. Now, let me explain this because we're always telling each other, reach for the stars, and so on. No, it's good to have good goals in life, realistic goals in life. That's one thing. But please remember, realistic, that's the word here, the key word. In Arabic, you have qaribul amal and ba'idul amal. Amal means hope. Qarib means close, ba'id means far. I'm going to word it like this. Qariban amaluh, meaning close hope, means hope in something that is attainable, that is achievable. It's a fruit that you can actually pick. Sometimes, I don't know, those of you who've gone to orchards, we don't have them here in Texas, but back when I was growing up in good old Maryland, you'd have these strawberry orchards and, well, not strawberry orchards, strawberry farms and cherry orchards and, things like that, where you could go pick your own fruit and you would have to pay by the pound, of course, when you were leaving. But that itself was a really satisfying experience. Now, you would walk into these orchards, you see the cherries hanging down, right? And yeah, we're fasting, right? So it's happening again, people. All 5 days that we've had lectures, we've been going on these little tangents here. Anyway, so you see the cherries hanging and you would pick them, but then those good, nice, big, fat bundles of cherries are at the top. And so you would aim for those. And you try to go up this tree and like get a hold of that and access those bundles that are way up there that no one else was able to access, right? Now, what would end up happening was you would either fall from there and break something in your own body, or you would try to grab those cherries, but then your hand was slipping because you had to really reach out, and you would end up stripping the cherries off of the branch, and like your hand gets all juicy and stuff, and the cherries would pop in your hands, and it would be a mess, and you wouldn't get half the cherries. Or that cherry bundle would fall and others would take it. May Allah not forgive them for that. Naughty people. All right. So whatever it was, and in the end, others would end up with more cherries than you, right? Go for that which is possible, is feasible, is accessible. What am I trying to say here? Yes, shoot for the stars, but realistically, shoot realistically for the stars. Or else, if a star is too far to access, don't waste your time on it. Qaribul amal, ba'idul amal. Yeah, there are some people out there, they're living a good life and everything, but for them, they've set a goal. I need to have that car. That is going to be my milestone. That's going to be my landmark, right? I have to reach that landmark, or else I am not successful. Well, you define your success wrong, my friend. And so this person will spend 20 years of their life trying to reach something that is barely reachable. Now, if they do reach it or not is another story. Lots of times they don't reach it. But at what price? At the expense of their life, the expense of the best years of their lives and the golden years of their lives. Right? This person keeps it real, the Imam is saying. You keep it real. قَرِيبًا أَمَلُهُ. This person's hope is in something that's attainable. Yes, shoot for the stars, but be realistic at the same time. قَلِيلًا أَزَلَلُهُ. You won't find too many mistakes happening with this individual. Yeah, there's a famous hadith, or there's a hadith by Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Don't do something that you have to apologize for later. Be a little careful about what you do. or say. Right? Be careful about these things. قَلِيلًا زَلَلُهُ. This person doesn't make too many mistakes. And of course, if a person is a person of God and has proper taqwa in their life, there will be a guarantee that comes. The Quran gives us that guarantee that Allah will help this type of individual to make less mistakes, to be able to tell truth from falsehood. قَلِيلًا زَلَلُهُ خَاشِعًا قَلْبُهُ. This person's heart is a heart that has fear of Allah in it, is humble before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قَانِعَةً نَفْسُهُ. This person is content with little. Yes? It doesn't take too much to satisfy them when it comes to the flashy stuff of life. They're good. They're cool with the normal life, with an average life, with an above average life. You know, this falls right in line with what we were talking about. قَرِيبًا أَمَلُهُ. Doesn't have some crazy ambitions in life. Yeah? No. Achievable, realistic ambitions and goals in life equals being qani'. Qani' means being content with average, with something a little bit above average, and so on. Look, we gotta do our time here and go. Let's do our time here and go. Yes, but we'll have to see what is that average or above average in the culture of the Ahlul Bayt. When you will look, you will see the Ahlul Bayt are saying that yes, try your best to have a maskan. Try to have a markab. Yes, markab means a vessel, a ride, something that you can use for transportation. Try to have a home, a maskan. Maskan comes from sukun, a place where you find tranquility. Your home has to be a place of tranquility. And so a person has to work hard for these things. Yeah? But if you have an acceptable, decent means of life, do I have to necessarily upgrade it every single year? Not necessarily, brothers and sisters. Okay. Each person is different. Each culture is different, I have to say. I don't want to sound like I'm painting everything with one brush here. No. I don't want us to think like that either. Every culture will be different. Every social status will be different. All of these things do play a role in determining whether or not, we're going overboard or not. Yes. Manzuran akluhu. This person, okay, this one's a tough one now, especially at iftar time, that they are able to regulate their food intake. They don't overdo it. They keep it at a minimum, it seems. Yeah. I'm not going to talk about this one too much because I struggle with it myself. But the hadith says, من اقتصد في أكله كثرت صحته وصلحت فكرته. Right? This is a good hadith that says, whoever is moderate in their food and eating, كثرت صحته, their health will be optimal and at a maximum. And صلحت فكرته, and their thoughts and thought process, their mind will work properly. Yeah, it will be sound. Sahlan amruhu. This person, we've talked about this before, is low maintenance. It's not too hard to get along with this person. Some people, you want to ask them for, I don't know, something simple. Hey, let's hang out tonight. Oh my God, this person overthinks it so much and has so many stipulations that you're just like, man, forget it. I'm not even interested. And then there are some who they are just so easy to be with. You don't have to worry about anything. Yeah, some people you want to, some people's wives or husbands, let me just give this example. Some people, they have a wife or a husband. You want to just, set up a dawat. You want to invite people over, and it is just so hard. There are so many details that have to be figured out before that you're just like, you know what, forget it. I don't want to see anybody. And we're talking pre-quarantine times here, my friends. Forget it. I'm not interested. Then there's some. Now, once again, culture plays a major role here. People, individuals, personalities, they all play a role here. I don't want to, once again, sound, like I'm painting everyone with the same brush here. But there are some, they're just so easygoing. You're just so comfortable around them. You don't need things to be elaborate when it comes to being with them, right? There's this picture of Imam Khomeini. He's wearing his little hat, not this turban, but he's wearing his little black hat. He's at home, you can tell. And he's pouring tea, the Iranian tea, which is the best tea in my opinion. But anyway, he's pouring tea for apparently people who are visiting him. It's like 5 or 6 little glasses that he's filling, that he's going to take. All right, sitting with Imam Khomeini in such a setting, drinking tea with him, that's all anyone could ask for. Yeah, so wonderful, so peaceful. Yes, there are some people it's just easy to be around them. Some people it's just hard to be around them. Sahlan amruhu, Imam Ali says. They're easygoing. They're relaxed. It's not hard to be around them. You're not worried to be around them. This guy's gonna like burden me with so much. No. Harizan dinuhu. Yes, he protects his deen. Mayyitatan shahwatuhu. This person's carnal desires are kind of dead. Yeah. What does that mean that it's dead? I want to say something here. It's important. Let's take a little pause here. Mayyitatan shahwatuhu. There were some people who would come to the Holy Prophet and they were talking about castrating themselves and like so that they won't have to get married or anything and they can just like just do worship of Allah all the time. The Prophet, he he discouraged this completely. Why? We have to understand when the Imam here says they've killed their carnal desires, there's a way to kill the desires, not to destroy the faculties and God-given things that require, that call for such desires and entail such desires, right? I like food, for example. It doesn't mean that I have to now remove my stomach, right? A person needs to get married. Oh, let's castrate ourselves. No. It's not about that. It's all about through moderation and keeping things halal to slowly get rid of the haram desires that one has. So here when it says mayyitatan shahwatuhu, it doesn't mean destroy the faculties that entail shahwa. That's wrong. That's not what the Prophet taught us. Yeah, that's not what the Imams taught us. That's not what the Quran calls for. No. By slowly and steadily refraining from the haram, you can slowly weed out the haram desires in you. You won't be too interested in them. It might take a lifetime. Some people won't get rid of these desires forever. It's still there in them. That's fine. You're healthy. You're good. Fine. It's no problem. Yeah. But the point is that the point I want to make right now is that this is what is valuable. To slowly kill those haram desires through satisfying your needs through halal desire, not through destroying the faculty altogether. All right. Mayyitatan shahwatuhu makdhuman ghayduhu. This person bottles up his anger or her anger. Sometimes that's what it's going to come down to. Sometimes you just can't get rid of that person in your life that is just a problem all the time. Well, make the most of this opportunity. At least bottle up your anger and try to manage your anger, even if it means leaving that scene, so that you don't say anything haram or do anything haram when you get angry. Makdhuman ghayduhu. And the month of Ramadan is a time. To practice this because we're already out of energy. Who has the energy to get angry? I don't know if you can hear, if you sense it in me. I have little energy this time of day when I'm speaking, right? I can't get angry anymore. So it's a good time to practice. But yeah, some people hunger will make them angry more, right? Will fan those flames more. So they have to be very careful. Each person is different again. Al-khayru minhu ma'mul wa sharru minhu ma'mun. When it comes to khair and good, eyes go and look at that person. The eyes are watching him. The hope is that it's going to come from that person, him or her. So when it comes to khair, they're the ones people hope to get it from. People have more hope and it's more likely that it's going to come from them. If there's a need for help, yeah, that's the person whose name is going to be number one on the list that they think is going to be the one there who's going to show up and will deliver. And the flip side, when it comes to evil, bad, and vice and all of that, that person is the last person they would think that something like that would come out of. إن كان في الغافلين كتب في الذاكرين. I like this one. وإن كان في الذاكرين لم يكتب من الغافلين. That if this person is sitting amongst the ghafilin, those who are people who are forgetful of Allah, they don't remember Allah too much, this person will not be recorded as one of the ghafilin though. Rather, they will be written amongst the dhakirin, those who are remembering Allah. In other words, if sometimes it happens that they're in a setting where it's all about, other than God, and people are just, having a good time, this person in the back of their mind will still be remembering Allah to an extent. To the extent that they won't be written as and recorded as those who were heedless of God. No, they will still be those who remembered Allah. Well, this requires a lot of iman, brothers and sisters, but it is something that can be practiced. Even when we're with our friends, we just remember Allah every now and then. It's fine. Don't take a tasbih or something when your friends are talking to you and you be like, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Or when you're in a meeting, it's an important meeting. This happens sometimes. And then you'll find that there's a super religious person, a brother or a sister, that's sitting next to you. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad. Hey, right now is time for a meeting. Right now is the time for us to hang out. Right now we're supposed to be eating food. Right now we're supposed to be studying. Right? There are times where you don't have to remember Allah in that way, but every now and then in the back of your mind you can say, Ya Allah. Just remind yourself of Allah. That's it. And then get on with the conversation or the hangout that you're having. When kanfid dhakirin, and if this person is amongst those who are remembering Allah, I'm not hating on the tasbih. It's just an example, right? Some people don't have tasbih, but their mouth is moving in your face as you're talking to them. Like, yo, I'm talking to you. Why is your mouth moving? Who are you talking to? Yeah, even ulama, they say there's a time for everything. So there are some times that you're not supposed to say dhikr. You're supposed to do other things. All right. And when they're amongst those who are remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, they are not going to be that off where they're going to be recorded as the ones who were heedless and forgetful of Allah. No. Because there are some people, they're sitting with scholars and great ulama and all of that, yet their mind is somewhere else, right? And so, although there's 10 people in this gathering, and they're all people who are those who are of the dhakirin and those who are remembering Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yet this person is so off that they will be seen as by the angels as one who is forgetful of Allah. So these people, they're not like that, it's saying. يَعْفُ عَمَّنْ ظَلَمَهُ وَيُعْطِي مَنْ حَرَمَهُ وَيَصِلُ مَنْ قَطَعَهُ. These three kind of fall in the same category. This person forgives those who have wronged them, gives to those who have deprived them, and connects with those who have disconnected from them. Yes, sometimes you want to be disconnected from some people. They're problematic people. But no, sometimes there's other reasons, and someone's disconnected from me, I'll connect with them if it's possible. بعيدا فحشه لينا قوله غائبا منكره حاضرا معروفه. Fuhsh means foul language. Yes, bad language, profanity, these things. He says, when it comes to bad language, their bad language is nowhere to be seen. It's nowhere close. It's far away. In other words, you never experience their foul language. And this is something I gotta tell our younger guys. Sometimes it's just cool, I know, when as you speak to put profanity in there, right? And after a while, it becomes part of your language and terminology. It makes me very upset when I see some of our guys, in person even sometimes, or usually online and social media and all that, when they're speaking, it's just another normal word to say this bad word and that bad word, and again and again and again. This is not what the Ahlul Bayt looks like. And then when it comes Muharram time, you're calling out Labbaika Ya Hussein. Well, Imam Hussein has teachings. This is one of the Imam's teachings, that you ba'idan fuhshuhu, the foul language that they can use against people, it never happens. Layyinan qawluhu, their speech with others is soft. Not only do they not curse and use profanity, they use good words and they have a soft tone and so on. They're approachable. People aren't turned off by them and repelled by them. غائبا منكره حاضرا معروفه. Kind of repeating what the Imam has said before, but in other wording here. That person's good is present and bad is absent. You don't find it. مقبلا خيره مدبرا شره. Similar also wording, a similar concept, different wording. في الزلازل وقور وفي المكاره صبور. Zalazil, yes, zalzala means earthquake. So when it comes to shaky times, when you got shaky times, what are they? They are steadfast and firm. Nothing moves them. I think there's a hadith that says, yeah, al-mu'minu aslabu min al-jabal, that the mu'min is stronger and firmer than the mountain. So when these little earthquakes and things come up, oh, people's faith starts to shake, this person does not shake. Lots of times, brothers and sisters, the steadfastness of our faith, the strength of our faith, isn't because we haven't studied the faith properly. It's because we haven't practiced it properly, and that as a result, it has not been instilled within us. And as a result, the slightest winds and the slightest little shakes will our faith will falter as a result of it. في الزلازل وقور. This person has waqar. Yes, we all know what waqar means. When it comes to this person has waqar when it comes to those shaky times. And when the hard times and the going gets tough, saburun, they have patience. في الرخاء shakurun. When it comes to times of ease, they are grateful. So like it's that Allah isn't after something crazy from us, brothers and sisters. If it's hardship, be patient. And when there's ease, be thankful. Some people, they even neglect that much. When there's ease, at least say thank you, O Allah. So Allah adds to it. لا يحلف على من يبغض. Okay, they don't like somebody, but it's not like they're gonna oppress that person. Cross the boundaries when it comes to that person. Okay, you don't like that person? You don't like that person. Doesn't mean now you do dhulm to them. لا يحلف على من يبغض. Doesn't do dhulm to a person who they don't like. لا يأثم في من يحب. But then the flip side also holds. They got friends. They got their homies. You know, are they gonna go out of their way for their bros? Yeah, are they gonna go out of their way for them, even if it means crossing the red lines of Allah? Here it says they don't. لا يأثموا. They don't sin and cross the red lines of God. في من يحب. For the ones who they like. For the ones that they are friends with. Nope, they don't do it for them. In other words, Allah is their closest friend. يَعْتَرِفُ بِالْحَقِّ قَبْلَ أَن يُشْهَدَ عَلَيْهِ. If a time comes where they have to actually admit the truth, they'll admit it before they are testified against. لا يضيع ما استحفظ, or لا يضيع ما استحفظ. I think it's لا يضيع maybe. Yeah, لا يضيع ما استحفظ ولا ينسى ما ذكر. If they're entrusted with something, they take care of it. I mean, brothers and sisters, look, it's like the Imam is describing angels for us. La yansa ma dhukir. When people remind them of certain things, when they're given remembrance of certain things, when they are taught something, they don't forget it. That also itself is a wonderful trait to have. There are some people, they're just too good for the advice of others. Anyone else gives them a piece of advice, are they reminded by somebody? Nope, nope, nope. They don't care. They don't take heed. That itself, right, is something that not everyone has. To take the advice of people, to heed it. Now, sometimes you'll disagree with someone, that's a different story. But no, sometimes it's good advice, but they just won't take it. Why? Because it came from so-and-so. No, that for them. لا ينسى ما ذكر ولا ينابز بالألقاب. They don't use bad names for people, nicknames for people. These are very easy things, brothers and sisters. We all know these things. It's just that these people have put it to practice. They don't disturb and hurt their neighbors. لا يضار بالجار. When hardship and musibah and tragedy befalls someone, they don't call out that person. They don't enter batil and falsehood. They don't leave the room of truth and they stay in that room of haqq. لا يدخل في الباطل لا يخرج من الحق. So the Imam is going on and on here. In samata lam yaghummahu samtuhu. Okay, sometimes they keep quiet. They don't speak too much. Now, some people, if they keep their mouth shut for 10 minutes, they get depressed. They gotta always be talking. These people, their mouth is probably usually shut. They're listening more than they're talking, maybe. And it's bad that I'm saying this because that does not apply to me for sure. I'm always talking, you know. But for them, samt and silence is one of the best things they could ask for. And our urafa and stuff, that's what they're known for. One of the beginning stages is samt, sukut, just keeping this mouth shut. So they don't get depressed and upset when they are silent because they know now's the time for me to be silent. Okay, so that's where Allah's satisfaction lies. I'll be silent. When they need to speak, they'll speak. If they laugh, lam ya'lu sawtuhu, they don't laugh out loud. You know, so loud. I mean, we even have, LOL is one of those acronyms that's used the most now. Yeah, laugh out loud. These guys, they don't laugh out loud too much. Yeah, they'll laugh, but they're not rolling on the floor. That's another one. ROFL, rolling on the floor, right? It's funny what the cultures look like, you know. Anyway, in ضحك lam ya'lu sawtuhu wa in bughya. There's nothing wrong with laughing, brothers and sisters. The point the Imam is trying to make here is that these people are a little more God conscious and self conscious to the point that they will laugh at it like a good joke, you know, but it's not like they're going to be rolling on the floor now and not be able to control their laughter. That's what it is. وَإِن بُغِيَ عَلَيْهِ صَبَرْ حَتَّى يَكُونَ اللَّهُ وَالَّذِي يَنْتَقِمُ. If someone else oppresses them, it's all good. I'll leave it in Allah's hands for Allah to take care of that person who oppressed me. نَفْسُهُ مِنْهُ فِي عِنَاءٍ وَالنَّاسُ مِنْهُ فِي رَاحَةٍ. People are in comfort when it comes to this person, but he himself is in discomfort because he's always working hard, either for his akhirah or for his or her dunya. I'm just going through these as you can see, because I want to end on time. أتعب نفسه لآخرته وأراح الناس من نفسه. He has fatigued himself, put himself through a fatigue for his akhirah, and has brought relief to the people of himself. Once again, same notion, just in a different wording. He stays away from some people. And gets close to some people. Why? بُعْدُهُ عَمَّنْ تَبَاعَدَ عَنْهُ زُهْدٌ وَنَزَاهَةٌ. The reason why he'll stay away from certain people is because he's not interested in getting tainted by that person's spiritual lowliness. Yeah? Yes, the Holy Prophet was approachable. Yes, the Imams were approachable. Yes, they would sit with as many people as they could. But that doesn't mean that you have to sit with everyone now. There's some people who will affect you negatively spiritually. They'll affect you negatively. Who says Islamically I have to hang out with them? There's a person who's always talking profanity. Well, I don't have to be around that person too much. Yes, I'll say salam, how are you doing? And I'll get on with my life. When I see them in the center, when I see them outside somewhere. But that's about it. I don't have to. Who says to be a good Muslim, I have to spend equal amount of time with everybody? So it says here, they want to keep themselves pure. They'll stay away from certain people who have a little bit too much impurity. Not that we're judging anyone, but hey, my akhirah is important to me. So I'm going to be selective when it comes to these things. وَدُنُوُّهُ مِمَّنْ دَنَا مِنْهُ لِينٌ وَرَحْمَةٌ. And if this person does get close to someone, it's out of the mercy and the softness that they have, and they see. In other words, the Mufassirin will say here that this person, their closeness and proximity to someone and their distance from someone, it all revolves around Allah's satisfaction again. That's what it revolves around. But at the same time, if they stay away from someone, لَيْسَ تَبَاعُدُهُ بِكِبْرٍ وَعَظَمَةٍ. It's not because they're arrogant, God forbid, or they have an ego. No, it's not because of that. And if they get close to someone, it's not because of mek and khadi'a. Oh, let me get close to this person because I have certain malicious intentions, I don't have the best of intentions. Maybe that person, I want to be around them because of their wealth, maybe because of other things. No, no, no. So their closeness and distance from people revolves around the criteria that Allah has given us, the Quran, the culture of the Ahlul Bayt and the Holy Prophet salawatullah alayhim ajma'in has given us. So you see, brothers and sisters, the Imam goes after all of these, boom, 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 one after another. When he reaches this point, the one who was telling us this story tells us, قال فَسَعِقَ هَمَّامٌ. Hammam, this individual, this companion of Imam Ali, just can't take it anymore. And he falls. And he falls a falling in which his life was in. In other words, that's the wording that's used here. In other words, his soul departed from his body. He died. He couldn't handle it. It was either out of shauq to Allah, out of his love for Allah and wanting to get there sooner. When he hears all of this, he has gone so high that it's time now for his soul to depart. And so that's what it says here. فَقَالَ أَمِيرُ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. It says, Amir al-Mu'mineen, upon this happening, says, أَمَا وَاللَّهِ وَلَقَدْ كُنْتُ أَخَافُهَا عَلَيْهِ. This is something I feared for this person. I had a feeling this was going to happen. Now, those of you watching, some of you, you might think, well, if it was going to happen, why did he do it then? Why did he say it? We'll talk about that in the end. Let's just go through this, and then I'll answer that question in the end. But the Imam himself actually answers it. Okay. He says, لَقَدْ كُنْتُ أَخَافُهَا عَلَيْهِ ثُمَّ قَالَ. Now there's two versions here. I'll just do one version of it. And then the Imam went on to say, هَكَذَا تَصْنَعُ الْمَوَاعِظُ الْبَالِغَةُ بِأَهْلِهَا. Words of wisdom, موعظة, words that are supposed to reach a certain destination and hit the heart of some. This is what these words can do to those who are receiving of those words. In other words, if the soil is ready, yes, the flower will blossom. This person was ready. The words affected this person in the way that they were supposed to affect, to the point that he couldn't handle it, or she couldn't handle it anymore. Now, in this case, it was Hammam. He couldn't handle it anymore. Not couldn't handle it in a bad way, couldn't handle it in a good way. I want us to not misunderstand what's going on here. This person had gone so high enough throughout this person's life. He has been Ahlul Taqwa himself. As we said in day one, this person was an abid, a worshipper of Allah all the time. And they reached the point where it climaxed here, where Imam Ali finishes the job for them, tells them of what's going on with these individuals, what might be waiting for them in the hereafter. And so this person's soul now departs. Yeah? He says, when the right words are said to the right people, this is what happens. فَقَالَ لَهُ قَائِلٌ. Someone in the audience said, فَمَا بَالُكَ يَا أَمِيرَ الْمُؤْمِنِينَ. Says, what about you, Amir al-Mu'mineen? These words that you said, how come you're still alive then if you're so great? You should have also departed. Look at that. That's so disrespectful. That's so disrespectful. فَقَالَ وَيْحَكْ. Woe unto you. Imam Ali says to him, what are you saying? إِنَّ لِكُلِّ أَجَلٍ وَقْتًا لَا يَعْدُوهُ. Every person has a certain time that they're going to pass away. وَسَبَبًا لَا يَتَجَاوَزُهُ. And their death will have a reason, that reason will always be that reason for them to die. In other words, you can't change it. This person, his time was today. And the reason for him to depart was these words. It was his day. If I hadn't said these things, he would have died another way. But Allah's decree for this person was what happened today. Woe unto you. Why are you rushing so much and saying certain things you're not supposed to say? فَمَهْلًا. So slow down. لَا تَعُدْ لِمِثْلِهَا. Don't ever repeat such words. فَإِنَّمَا نَفَثَ الشَّيْطَانِ. This was something that shaitan put on your tongue. Brothers and sisters, it's not that Imam Ali knew it and could get in the way of it. This was something that was a decree of Allah. Imam Ali reveals here. My word, these are the words that I had to say today, and they were going to have the effect that they were going to have on this individual. Today was the day of Hammam. Today was the day that Hammam had to leave this world. And so it happened. Okay. And so with that, we wrap up this khutbah in these 5 days that I had with all of you. A beautiful, very inspirational khutbah. This, as I said, was for those who are a little higher than the normal. Yes? But these are things to look forward to. These are things to set in our goals. To have in the back of our mind that, wow, this is attainable then. It's a slow and steady process. It might take 40 years, 50 years, but it is attainable and achievable. It's not going to happen overnight, but it can happen over a lifetime. And that's why Allah gives us a lifetime. That's what lifetimes are for. Slow and steady will win the race, inshaAllah ta'ala. On that note, I will end, and I will thank all of you for these 5 nights of tuning in. Starting tomorrow night, inshallah, we will be benefiting from Sheikh Ahmed Mudarris. He lives in the greater Los Angeles area. And mashallah, he's a very good speaker. He's very similar to our Sayyid Hadi Yassin. They're both from the same city in Iran. Yes. And so, inshallah, brothers and sisters, tune into that and take benefit from his perspective of things and whatever he will be speaking about. Inshallah, I will try to tune into. But as I've told you all before, on day 1, this was a decision that was made to rotate so that people get a taste of different speakers, and also I will have to rotate and speak in their centers as well. Don't think that I'm going to be relaxing or something. No, we're all going to be doing the work. Inshallah, you found what we covered these past few days beneficial. Keep me in your du'as. There is one more thing, by the way. Saturday, this coming Saturday, and the Saturday after, just like we have every year in the center as well, we'll have our little late night or after iftar workshops. If you remember, like on weekends, that's what we would do in MOMIN, the first half of Ramadan, of course. Second half, we'll be busy with other things. But this Saturday and next Saturday, after iftar, in addition to the lecture that will happen before iftar, there will be my workshop that you'll have after. So you'll be seeing my face again. And so don't think you're free of me. Keep me in your du'as. Keep all the brothers and sisters in du'as. Those who are helping these programs happen in your du'as as well. And until Saturday, inshallah. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.
Thank you, Sheikh, for these inspirational and thought-provoking lines from Nahjul Balagha to us in an easy manner. And I think you already announced the entire program. So that releases my job. Okay. Thank you, viewers, who tuned in. So inshallah, we'll see you tomorrow. And Sheikh Ahmed Mudarris will be joining us at the same time. The program will start at 7 with the recitation of Holy Quran, and 7:30 he will be delivering the lecture. Assalamu alaikum. Khuda hafiz.